All right, I'm here with Coach Lucky Mokoena. It's nice to catch up with you, by the way. It's a Fight with Insight here. You're obviously training a couple of young fighters. How's things going?
Firstly, I just want to take my time. I don't want to, rush into speaking fast because I'm on a starter. Okay. So thank you for the opportunity, Hayden. It's been a long coming. I think I've spoken to you like last year about it at tournament events and stuff. So it's been good. I had my debut pro trainer last year, and 2 years ago actually, not last year. And I've been working ever since with the guys from Fight with Insight. And after some time, we scattered around and we chose different camps, and we've just been moving around. But otherwise, if I can just start off by introducing Fight with Insight, for those who don't know, it's a foundation whereby it takes inner city kids, gives them an opportunity to just better themselves in out there from the world. So the idea is to just take us in from the inner city and give us boxing, life skills, and the aim is to just, I wouldn't say give us hope, but put in an idea that, you don't limit yourself into your surroundings. You can think big, think out the box. They have programs that help with life skills and career guidance. So through that, all of us, I can mention guys like Christian Lipote, Gestal Kayembe, a lot of guys from Fight with Insight, myself, Reggie Mohajwa, John Masamba, who's actually doing good now in the amateurs, and Sipo, who is now my son. We're practically the same age, but I've taken the trainer's route. A lot of guys who I'm not mentioning, Yafa, Jonah Senga, Lukolo Ndlangalavu. The stable had, Fight with Insight has put up, great boxers. Yeah. And I feel like most boxers who were trained by Fight with Insight coaches, Anton Gilmore, you can see the style, you can see how they think, you can see how they move. And with me also coming out of the program, I've had the similar style to Coach Anton's, and I've just been working myself to better. They say the student becomes the master. I don't think I'm the master yet, but I'm getting there. I've worked with a couple of guys as well besides Fight with Insight, who I think they're actually good. Worked with the likes of I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it, Ricardo Malajika. Yep. I worked with Malajika. I worked with Lusanda a little bit, Lusanda Komanisi, and there's a lot of guys that I worked with. I think most guys know me, and as we go, I'll just remember other things like who my rivals are, of which I think it's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's also just take a step back quickly, because I saw you mentioned working with Lusanda Komanisi, and you're working with Ricardo Malajika. Also, but as a coach, working with Hishaam Tolo as well, side by side, learning a lot. I guess he's a phenomenal coach. Potentially could have been trainer of the year as well. What's that sort of experience like?
I don't know how he did not get trainer of the year on that. No disrespect to the coach who actually got it, but I feel like it was actually meant for Coach Hishaam Tolo, which everyone was surprised when he did not. We actually when he was going to the award ceremony, we thought, he's bringing it back. But you never know what was happening with boxing, SA boxing at the time. It's working with Coach Vusi was, it's amazing. He's very straight to the point. He knows what he wants. He pushes boxers to the limits, and you break yourself. Either you break and go home, or you actually break and become a beautiful foul. And he's one of the coaches that that inspired me to. I stole a lot of things from him. I stole with my eyes. I've learned from Fight with Insight that you gotta be able to look and be able to duplicate whatever you've seen. And I watch a lot of anime, so you can imagine me think. I think of myself like Kakashi Hatake from Naruto. Okay. So I would I'm a copy ninja. I'm a copy coach. Whatever I see, I'll see someone doing it, and I'll be like, that looks good, and let me try it out with my boxers, and then make it work for us, and then give it a code name, because everyone understands English. You cannot. I don't know. I don't want to ramble around. talking about a lot of things. But basically, I've worked with a lot of coaches, Wusim Tola, I've worked with Coach Anton Gilmore, and because he's actually the person that gave birth to my boxing.
Fight with Insight.
Fight with Insight, yeah.
I mean, so I remember years ago before Laborte went pro, and there was a couple of guys in the gym. I just don't remember everyone there, but I think Ricardo Malajika was there as well, where we were at the other Fight with Insight venue, and they were showing off what basically the program was and everything like that. How has the program developed over the years?
True. Over the years, it has grown to be better. So there's now various programs. So it has Fight with Insight. So Fight with Insight now has developed a thing called Powered by Fight with Insight. So what this does is give other programs facilities like other NGOs to do what they do. Because Fight with Insight I feel like they found the key to actually find programs, find ways to make things work. Because we've had like a lot of kids coming in the program and a lot of challenges. So through that, it's information, it's data. Yeah. So they were able to actually develop something that works for the program for better. So most guys, like you mentioned, Christian Chestel also talk about being a coach at Fight with Insight. Christian Libote is
part of the program as well.
He is, yeah. He's actually still part of the program. Okay. He still benefits from the program, I believe. I stand to be corrected, but I think he's still benefiting from the program. So, Powered by Fight with Insight actually helps other organizations to do what they do, so that they can actually achieve greatness. It's all about progress. I'm not sure if I'm not mentioning something about it, but over the years, it's grown from being a foundation that was just bringing kids in and then giving them boxing, to other opportunities. Like you see, DeSantos is one of the coaches at Fight with Insight, who is doing is a soccer coach as well, and he's working with the pros as well. Who is, I feel like he's doing great as a upcoming coach as well. There's Christian Lipote Life is a life coach as well. He's in functional feelings. So if I can mention the 5 F's of Fight with Insight, it's friends, functional feelings, food, because you bring kids in, you train them, and then you gotta feed them afterwards, and functional feelings, if I didn't mention that already, and fun. So the idea is to make it fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sound like Coach Luke, by the way. The idea is to make it fun.
Yeah.
You don't want to have kids coming to the program and they direct it and they're giving orders and they're not having fun, so they wouldn't actually come back to the program. How I started at the program is I went there. I was, a guy who was used to like fighting in the streets, and when I went to the program and they introduced boxing and remembered my name, the most important thing for me was someone remembering my name that I don't know when I went the following day. So yeah, I think people should check it out. Fight with Insight is a great place to be.
I agree with you. I mean, I've seen it over the years, and obviously I keep seeing Fight with Insight popping up all over. There'll always be a place for Fight with Insight, let's put it that way. And now we're seeing, I think where we were going with this is we're seeing the fruits of the hard work and the labor that's been put into the gym, producing athletes and guys that are getting off the ground. For you personally, I just want to go on a personal level. Like, what's the ambitions? What's the goals now going forward?
Going back from to Fight with Insight, and me personally, I would like to think of myself as a success story. I don't want to be part of the stats. Being part of the stats in this inner city is like the crime rate, the deaths, pollution, all the bad associations that people have with Hillbrow. So we came into the program and we became success stories. And I'm looking at myself as a success story. Justel, Christian, Richie Mohashwa, Jennifer Madibi, Sipo Mahlangu,
and there's a lot of people you're going to forget one or two, but you don't intend to. You want to include everyone.
I don't need to forget anyone. I'm just mentioning what's his name? He's actually traveling now. What's his name? The one that's traveling now? Or Peace Movie. We from the program we've developed to become leaders, mentors, because we've had people to look up to, and then now we've grown up and we have other kids looking up to us to want to become like us. And my growth from 520 Inside as a boxer, I've had 10 years with 520 Inside now since 2014. Yeah, so it's been 10 years, and I was a boxer for like 4 years, and then a coach for 6 years. So I've been in the program for a while now, and I'm 27 now. I think 2 years older than Hishaam, who is my rival.
Is that a rival?
No, not necessarily a rival in the barrier, but he's like someone that I look at. What is Hishaam doing? How's he progressing? I look at his style of boxing, and I look at my style of boxing. It's similar. He studies boxing. He's not someone that's just doing it.
Yeah.
He studies. He knows what he's talking about when he speaks.
And obviously you do too.
And I do. I feel like I do the same. I feel like I do the same. And my work shows from my boxers. Through my boxers. Actually, I didn't mention one of my boxers. I haven't mentioned any boxer actually, did I? I mentioned Sipo as a boxer. Yeah, I've got a prospect and an amateur boxer, Sele Longamba. Kemiaki Sele Longamba. Moring is really, by the way. He's also a good southpaw. A lot of people know him from sparring. I'm trying to limit sparring so that the situation like just still doesn't happen. I'm having Sipo. I have a couple of guys since I've joined hands with Coach Kolani Moyo. Most people know Kolani. I think I don't wanna. I think I'm just skipping off on things and talking about this, talking about that, talking about this. Let me have a structure from your questions. Yeah.
I think you suffer from what I have. I'm also like bouncing off conversations all the time. Let's get further into. Do you have any other rivalries, or is it just Hishaam? Are you just respecting of each other's games and that type of thing?
So I feel like my rivals, for now, the young guys. Because in 10 years we can look back and say, you've been in a game like me. And I'm looking at guys like Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon and Hishaam at the moment. I don't know any more young coaches at the moment. At the moment, I'm thinking it's Hish and it's Shannon. Everyone else is old and has been in the game. They've got some experience on their names, and they've got some credit, and they are legends.
Yeah.
And I don't consider myself. I'm not gonna say they're my rivals, but when push comes to shove, we're gonna meet in the ring. We always do. I can just say all the older guys, I look up to them, and these younger guys is like, okay, who's gonna make a world champion first? And I feel like Shannon and Hishaam are on the way to actually making world champions now. Hishaam working with Leo. I've seen Leo's career from when he began. When he started, and that boy is phenomenal. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, we're going to catch up more in the future. And but I'd love to do one thing. I'd love you to shout out some of the fighters that you have that you need fight for. Obviously, the boxing community needs to work together and get guys out there. Who are the guys that you want to propose to promoters, to matchmakers out there?
So what I can say on that is there's a lot of drought in South Africa in boxing wise, and we've actually tried a lot of ways. I've been getting advice from a lot of guys. Firstly, I'll talk about Colin Namaganjani. I spoke to him about ways we can go around this boxing, because he's been in the game. He is in the game, and he's currently one of the big guys. And I spoke to AB about how we can actually, because as an upcoming coach, I'm a young guy and I don't have anyone who's guiding me. I'm just going. I'm looking for help from guys who have been in the game, who have experience, to actually guide me. You know what? This is the way you can go about things. I was at the verge of giving it up. I think a few months ago. Thinking about I'm not getting fights, and I've got the skill. I feel like I've got the skill to actually develop great boxers, but at the same time, there's no light I don't have that spotlight. So, but I feel like things will open up now. I had a great conversation with AB a few weeks ago, and he was letting me know, looking at how South Africa was going with the board, and how we only had like 2 promotions who were busy. And
tough.
Boxing 5 has been putting up development tournaments. I feel like more development tournaments for boxers would take us far. And we shouldn't just blame and look at Boxing 5 and say, you are only
You're responsible
cooking.
for
Yeah,
everyone,
exactly. If they can do it, I think everyone else can. And with the elections done, I feel like other guys are now gonna come up and step up and actually do some work with the guys. And since I've been working with Sipo, going back to Sipo's thingy, I feel like he's become better. I feel like his style resonates with my style because we're coming from the same program, so we've got the same ideas, and I feel like I let him be himself. I don't want to change anyone. I want to actually improve you. So in his arsenal, I can say, I'm putting this, I'm putting that. Don't forget who you are. Just add this and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll take the blame for it. But add this, add that, and let's see what happens. And so far, I've seen great things. You can ask anyone that he sparred. He sparred a lot of guys, and they after the sparring they'll let you know, I don't know how you're not fighting. I don't know how your record's like that. I don't know how you not getting fights, or you're not having a good promotion or anything. But I'm feeling like maybe 3 more fights and someone will look at us and take us in. And without Mlaga, there's no style. And everyone that knows that has been with me, they will know. I always ask the question, what's in the legs? I want to ask about your legs. I wanna see your defense. I wanna see if you can protect yourself. That's my biggest thing from my amateurs. Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't mention this. Talking about success stories.
Yes.
From Fight to Insight, I've developed to actually work with vets. I'm currently a head coach at vets.
Okay.
And I've got a coach who's taking over the amateur stable for me. And the idea is my style. So I've got two coaches there. Coach K, shout out. I've got Coach K, Coach Z, and who have actually been developing very well, and they're good. They're willing to learn like me, learners of the sport. I heard that from Shannon.
Yeah.
I was studying your videos actually. So we are learners of the sport, and young coaches.
That was in the bunker interview, right?
Yes, that was in the bunker. Yeah.
Shout out.
So yeah, I think that's about it from my side. More interviews to come with you. Maybe the next time we meet, we might be actually interviewing Sipo for his next fight. Yeah. So I'm thinking, let me not overstretch it. Let me just introduce myself. Can I introduce myself again?
Go for it.
My name is Lucky Mokoena, Walis Laga, get some yaga, so Zagalala, Zopagela, Ichakalaka, Uzokunuba Mnali, even Chaka Chak. Hey, messed it up a little bit there, but yeah.
I couldn't have done that, so luckily you did it.
Okay, that's me. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Lucky, for catching up today. Obviously, this is like more of an introductory sort of interview, and we'll catch up more in the future. But it's good to touch base, and now we've got this relationship we've established. Let's move it forward and see what we can do with the boxing side.
Yeah, thank you for giving us an opportunity. We actually need more social media coverage for guys. I feel like for boxers, you guys should learn how to, start media training. I feel like most boxers need media training. You need to put yourself out there. And market yourself, because don't depend on the promoters and put yourself out there. I like how his approach is rough. Gestel is rough, but he's putting himself out there. It's a drought, it's the frustration. But put yourself out there, be a gentleman, represent the sport very well, and just watch how guys talk. How and be able to study boxing, and then you'll grow because the more you do it with your friends, you won't be shy. You won't be camera shy. You won't have the stutter. The stutter will go, the nerves.
Yeah.
Just like how in the fights, in the first round, you study your opponent, collecting data, and then you get better with the rounds. So just let's study this. This is our sport. Let's represent it well, because if we don't, who will? That's why people will take advantage and just mess us up. And yeah, can I throw my shout outs, because I feel like I don't know if are we done? Okay,
No, we
good?
are. So this
Yeah,
is the last question. So you got your last
so my shout outs will go to let me start with Vets University Boxing Club. Shout out to you guys. Me, Oit, Squeeze, Kaula. Oh shit, did I mess it up?
I don't know.
Balance, Kaula, Oit, Squeeze. And shout out to 5 Inside. Shout out to 365 Degrees Boxing, Coach Kolani. Shout out to William Kimeyaki. Shout out to my daughter, actually. I have a daughter now, who is 9 months.
Congratulations.
Shout out to words of wisdom. Shout out to Sishle, what's his name? Sishle Matenjwa. Great guy. He's my partner, actually. I don't know how I forgot to mention him. More interviews, bro. Shout out to Shkimi. And advice for the young kids. I'll give advice to kids who are 6 months and older. Start saving now. Start saving your money now.